is episode 4. Another jam-packed show for you today.
Good evening.
Yeah. It's quite late. It's quite late. We've got a lot to do. I'm going to show you the brew room. We're going to talk about some questions. We've got a competition that we're going to talk about, and we're going to be sampling the Christmas ale. So let's start off the show by saying this, and we had a few questions this week, and it's come to our attention that there are quite a few people asking basic questions. Alright, I get messages, private messages, and there are comments, and they're asking really basic questions, which is great because it means new people or people are getting into it that are new to the air rifle hunting scene, and they're wanting to ask the questions so they can get into it, which is great. So what we are going to do is we're going to film a series of short videos on the basics of air rifle hunting. They're going to be really short videos, and it's going to go through everything, and I'm going to put them together in a playlist. Alright, and the playlist is going to be called The Basics of Air Rifle Hunting. So I'm going to stick them in a playlist so that if you're watching this and you want to see all of them, you can go straight to them and sort of watch them all. Those of you that are already up to speed with it, and I know you won't want to watch them, so I'm just warning you that there will be quite a few videos uploaded. I've started filming them and editing them, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of sit down one night when they're all done and just batch upload them. Alright, so on the channel there will be quite a few videos being uploaded, the basics of air rifle hunting. YouTube is a fantastic, it's sort of like a forum really for many things, but the air rifle shooting sort of videos and the community that's out there, really helpful. So if the questions are being asked under the videos, help them out. I'm sure you will. So that's that.
Now, HT0 seems to be becoming a much liked show, and again we say it every week. We'd like to thank everyone for their support, and otherwise we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, we really wouldn't. So thanks for that. It astounds us every week. We sort of sit down. We sort of think we're coming out with a load of shit that people won't find interesting, and then sort of within a matter of minutes of me posting the videos, bam, comments, likes, thumbs up. So if you really, want to get into it, thumb up the video, and that means it'll show up higher up on the search for, when you're searching for these videos. We got 20 likes. Probably doesn't sound a lot compared to the others, but to us that's fantastic. So let's try and get it boosted up. Come on, let's get on with that. Back in episode 3, the last episode, we talked about getting an FAC, which is a firearm certificate. Now I had a question from 192 Dilligaff, put his name down here, and he asks if we could talk about the steps towards getting a shotgun certificate. So we will do that. It's much easier than getting an FAC. They're really strict on the FACs, which is fantastic. It's good news. I think it was what's that guy? I can't remember his channel. I'll put it down here. Bald-headed guy, wears a orange jumper. I read one of his comments on his videos.
Dominic Littlewood.
Yeah. And he was saying that this country has the strictest sort of gun rules of any sort of country in the world, and that is fantastic. That can't be a bad thing. But it does mean that it slows down the process for you when you're applying. Like I said in the previous episode, don't be, disheartened by it. Just keep ringing up. You're paying for a service, don't be forgotten about. I know it's because the police, you think, well, I don't want to ring up and keep bothering them, but you're paying for the service, so keep ringing them up. But the shotgun certificate is an easier one to get. Alright, not sure on the the age, the youngest you can be to have one, but it is quite young. Right, here we are. I've actually found it on the iPad. All the mod cons here, you know. Right, the application for a shotgun certificate form. Much simpler, like I've said, to the FAC. You need to fill out your personal details, home address, your build, your height, occupation, all the details, you know, medical details, have you ever suffered from depression or stuff like that, the same as in the FAC. You fill all that out. Part B is detailing where your shotguns now are stored. Alright. Now, if you are applying for a shotgun, you don't have to worry about this bit. Just bypass it. The same with the part underneath. It asks for the maker's name, the gauge. You haven't got one, you're applying for one, so you can miss that one out. Firearms and shotgun certificates. It's then asking for your firearms certificates or other shotgun certificates that, you know, if you're renewing your shotgun. You can miss all that out. Right down to part D. Alright, so part A to D. You fill out A, you miss the rest out. You go straight to D, which is the counter signature. Now this is for the people that are saying, to the best of my knowledge, I see no reason why Paul shouldn't own a shotgun. They sign it, put the home address, and that's it. And then the declaration at the end, which is just to saying, we declare that the statements made on this form are true, and that everything is alright what is said. And then they sign it, and that's it. So you need two of them, two counter signatures and declarations, and that is it.
I'll stop you there, because when I filled in one for your brother or mine, I verified it, didn't I? If you remember.
Yeah.
And they did actually phone me up, and he said, hello, firearms officer, blah blah blah. You're down as like a, you know, validator for my blah blah blah. Do you know anything? You know, no, don't know any reason why I shouldn't have one. You know, good like that. Right, thank you, bye, and that was it.
Right, so there you have it. They do ring up.
Not saying they're doing it all the time, but just be aware that they probably do.
I hope that helps. We're now going to cut upstairs, because he also asked what is the difference between a safe and a cabinet. So let's go and have a look. I'll call this as it. This is my safe. All right. Screwed to the brick wall, and inside the safe I keep a number of things, a few family heirlooms. But I keep me shotgun certificate, my air rifle certificate locked away in here, along with the silencer for my air rifle, pellets, and various other bits and bobs. I also keep the keys to the cabinet, the gun cabinet itself, in the safe. Alright, so 2 keys to open the gun cabinet. Alright, so I don't take them out and hide them somewhere. I take them out of there and I lock them in the safe.
You got stocking suspenders in there as well?
Yes.
Handcuffs?
Yes, and? Alright, so this is the safe. You're keeping everything in there safe, really. But in relation to shooting, I keep me pellets in there and the keys to the actual cabinet. Alright? This is the cabinet that I keep the shotgun in and the air rifle. And that is the gun cabinet. Fairly small one, because I haven't got the money to buy any more shotguns and rifles. And I actually got this one from my brother-in-law, who found the same problem. He bought it and it was too small, so he ended up buying a bigger one, and he threw this one in the cowshed, and I said, look, can I have it? And he said, yeah, no problem, which is fantastic, good news. And they just slot in like that. A shotgun is in the side. Now I've been told by a guy that's been shooting shotguns many years. When you're cleaning them and oiling them up, to put the shotgun in barrels down, and that ensures that no sort of oil runs down the barrels and into the shooting mechanism, and it ensures it don't get gummed up. So I took his word for it, and I keep it now, barrels down. Alright, and that is it. It's bolted to a wall. It can't be a like a what do you call it, stud wall.
Freestanding.
Yeah, it's got to be brick wall, so they can't prise it off. You know, it's got to be bolted to it, and that's it. So I hope that answers the questions. The difference between a safe and a cabinet. Right. So I hope that helps. I hope you now see what the difference is, and I hope we've covered the shotgun certificate application form. Right, now here's some startling news for everybody. We actually managed last weekend to go out and do a bit of shooting and filming at the same time. So Tom's back with his Theobin, doing 50-yard groupings like we said. Perfect day, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So we filmed that for you. Like Paul has said, we managed it. So now we're going to cut to the video of Tom with his Theobin Rapid 12 in .25 doing a 50-yard grouping. Right, so we've just sorted out the scope, so I know where I'm shooting now, 50-yard, aiming low, and now last shot I'm hitting here. So there's two in the yellow, just mark them out, because I'm going to do the 50-yard grouping now, and hopefully we'll show you what groupings we get. Well, as you can see, readjusted with the scope, and it's produced quite a pleasing grouping. See the length of my finger here. We've got at least 4 of them through the bullseye, but we started off with only 2 in here from the previous getting the sights set up. That one and that one, and all the rest are from the 50-yard grouping. Had a couple off as the wind picked up, must have took them, but as a whole that's quite pleasing. Excellent. And that's where we were shooting from. .50-yard grouping. Are we not laughing? Now I have to admit, the wind picked up, took 2 shots, and there were, I think, at least 1 shot that I knew I'd cocked up on. But as a whole, I was quite happy with that grouping. I'm in at about an inch. Now an FAC rifle, if you're aiming, you know, at a rabbit's head, you'd have got it. Definitely would have got it. But, you know, got to get out there and keep yourself sort of zoned in. You know, you've got to practice like anything.
Which got you thinking, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Got me thinking. And we're going to run a competition. Alright? There's no prize as such, other than you will be on, not next episode, but the episode after, because we're going to run the competition for a month. Alright? We'll name you on there.
And put you on our Naked Air Gunner calendar 2013.
But basically, we want to see your groupings, alright? So we're running 2 separate competitions. 50-yard groupings for the FAC rifles out there, and a 20-yard grouping for the legal limits. Alright, and the way you're going to do this is this. It's going to be one continuous shot, alright? So you can have as many attempts at it as you want, as long as it's one continuous shot. So we don't get any old videos or other people's videos. We want you on the video, first of all, saying, this is my entry for the HT0 competition of the 50-yard grouping, or if it's the legal limit, the 20-yard grouping. And then you're going to set up, you're going to do your grouping, and then we're going to get everyone to like their video, right? So the best grouping, if you watch the people's video responses, if you watch them, if you choose which one you think's the best grouping in FAC and legal limit, then like the video. And the video with the most likes will be the winner. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to run it for a month. So it won't be next episode, it'll be the episode after that. So it'll be in episode 6, there will be 2 winners, FAC and legal limit. Alright, but again, it won't work if you don't do it. Alright, so get your videos filmed, put them as a video response to this episode, HT0 Episode 4, and let's see how you do. Alright?
Right, something else we managed to do in the field at the weekend is we got out the Webley Tempest, like we said we were going to, and we've done a small film of that.
Yeah, episode 3, it was raining cats and dogs. We couldn't do a test with it, but the following weekend, like Paul said, it was beautiful, and we managed to get out there, didn't we, Paul?
Yeah, we managed to hit a few dustbin lids with it. Yeah.
Anyway, enough gassing about it. We've filmed it, so here it is. Roll the VT! I also add in episode 3, talk about the pistols, and we're just going to see how we fare with it. Lovely sunny day, and this is the Webley Tempest. Is it primed, Paul?
Primed.
Right.
Not loaded, but primed.
Primed, right. You get it loaded. We have put a simple nut as a target, and we'll try it, what, 10 yards? Oh, you bastard. Don't be daft. Ooh. Next to it. Oh. No, you've skimmed it again, Paul. I don't know if you can make out, but he's skimmed the top of the box twice. I don't know how the hell you've managed that. Let's shoot some nuts.
Oh. Do I?
I'm so high, man. I'm gonna kill your ass. With my dick. I've got nothing but respect for the guy that was shooting that playing card edge on with a pistol. We've come to the conclusion that we are awful. Although we've not had much practice, but I think given it, I think we'd get there.
Yeah, stop laughing now. It weren't easy. It's not an easy thing to use. We haven't had a lot of practice with it.
No, you're standing for a start, you know.
Your arms are wobbling like jelly.
One-handed. And we were at 10 yards, alright, so that's probably too far, but we were just pushing the boundaries. But Paul had 2 attempts at it and managed to skim the box lid
Top.
twice, alright, so he was pretty damn near. And on 2 of the occasions, I was a gnat's whisker away from hitting it, alright. But, again, video response, if you shoot pistols, alright, that was the first time in ages we've shot a pistol. But if you do shoot pistols and you enjoy hitting targets,
Let's see some video.
film yourself, alright, get it in, let's have a look. Yeah, like Paul said, I hope you're sitting down for this, but we actually went out and did some actual hunting, alright.
Well, we went out and yeah, a non-productive shoot really.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was a nice warm autumn day, perfect, wasn't it? Bright, sunny.
Yeah, we actually took some footage, alright. Now autumn, I love autumn, absolutely love it to bits. It's a time of year where everything is slowing down, alright. Normally it's been a hectic summer, red hot, everything's grown like mad.
Apart from this,
Yeah, apart from this year. And then autumn comes and you can almost feel it when you're out. It's sort of, everything's like, and all calming down. That's what most people, you know, when they go out, feel. However, you will know as a hunter that that is the time of year where everything springs into life. Everything is wanting the last bit of food or gathering food for the cold winter coming up. So we went out, perfect autumn day, wasn't it? But there was next to nothing out. Next to nothing out at all. But that's part and parcel of it. Some days you'll go out and you won't see a thing.
In fact, Tom rang me and says Saturday it was crawling with squirrels.
Yeah, the day before I was sat in the brew room looking out the window editing up some film, and I was watching them all. I thought this is going to be great because I knew we were going out the following day. I rung him up and said it's going to be great tomorrow. There's tons of stuff, alright? Everything's out. Well, no. We went out the following day and saw absolutely nothing. But let's roll the video. There is a little surprise at the end, alright? But no. Anyway, let's roll the tape. Well, you better believe it, we're out. Actually out, hunting. Beautiful autumn day. It's about 3:30. And we're just seeing if we can take out any squirrels, pigeons and anything else that are eating these berries. Perfect time of year. What do you reckon, Seri?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Alright, let's crack on. So we've parked ourselves under these trees. It's a favourite run along here for squirrels, so sure some will be out in a bit. And also any pigeons or jays that come flying in will be able to pop a few off if we get the chance. Wind's picked up a bit and it's dropping a bit cooler now. But fingers crossed. been a disastrous day out. Afternoon shooting was poor, nothing out really. But saved by a young woodie. Just flew into the tree as we were walking underneath it. Looking straight up at it, hit it straight in the chest, it never moved. One less.
Super, super. Another comment from the aunties coming up. Don't mock the dead.
Oh well, what can you do? It happens. But yeah, I mean, it happens to us all from time to time, doesn't it? You'll know. You'll go out.
Most of the time, you mean?
You'll go out some days, you know, probably all day, and you won't get a single shot off, or things just don't go to plan. But that is it, you know, that's part of shooting, that's part of hunting. You have to take it, you know, you have your off days. But it's pitching yourself against the wilderness, alright? That's part of shooting. Sometimes you come back empty-handed and it's one for Mother Nature. That's why we like hunting, it's a level playing field, alright? We're not trapping anything. We're not cornering anything.
We're not running it down with the dogs.
The thing that we're shooting at has no idea that we're there, and it will never know we're there, because we take the shot and it's dead. It's not stressed up, and this is the thing that annoys me the most about the comments we get from the aunties. All right, it just annoys me because the ignorance of it. You know, you're cruel. There's nothing cruel in it. There's nothing cruel. It knows nothing about it until the pellets hit it, and when the pellets hit it, it's dead. So it knows nothing of it. You know,
if we maimed it and then pulled its whiskers while it was still alive,
yeah,
that would be cruel.
Now this is going to seem and sound odd, probably not to a lot of you, but for people watching it that aren't hunting people. And I think I speak on behalf of Paul when I say this, but there are some methods of hunting that just do not sit well with us. One of them's fox hunting with hounds. For one, I detest it. For the reason of the fox is chased for, you know, miles at a time, and it's not fair.
It's not a fair sport.
No, it's not a level. It's not a level playing field, because all the main holes are boarded up and blocked up by the hunt the day before. All right, to guarantee a full day's sport. You know, I know it sounds odd, but the sport has got to be the hunting sport has got to be as humane as possible, and causing the least amount of stress. When we go out shooting, if something knows we're there, it's gone. All right, in a blink of an eye, it's gone. All right.
But
yeah. There's another video. Klaus, I think his name is. Very popular on YouTube. All right. I think he's Swedish. Does a lot of shooting and that. Wonderful marksman. All right. Fantastic. But recently he's put some videos on bear hunting with these hounds, and they're like running after the bear with the rifle.
What dogs?
And their hounds are sort of baiting the bear until it's shot. Alright, it doesn't sit well with me. I know it might sound strange, I'll probably get tons of comments now. But I just get it out there. And another thing that I detest, and that is snaring animals. They actually made it now that gamekeepers that do it for a living, you know, snare their animals using snares that have got brakes on them, which means that the snare won't tighten up all the way. It will just tighten up enough to hold the animal where it is.
Snares, like,
yeah, and they're checked very regular, and then they dispatch humanely. Whereas the old snares tighten up. When the animal's struggling, they just keep tightening until they either fetch a leg off or bleed to death if they've trapped the leg in it, if they've got the neck in it. it's a slow death for him. It just chokes him, cutting into him. It's added stress. It's just not the way to do it. Again, I'm going to get tons of comments, I know it, saying that I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel, and I'm sure that's the way Paul feels. The way we go out hunting is that it's stealthy, extremely stealthy, and well, if the animal knows we're there, it's off, no problem at all. So that's a rant over and done with. It had to happen sooner or later, but yeah, let's have a debate about it. Leave your comments and questions below, or video response it. I don't want it just to be nicey.
Now, let's hear about your views on the badger colt that's coming in. It's starting in Somerset and Gloucestershire. There's a lot of it in the papers at the moment. Obviously people protesting and that, and we'd like to hear your views about it.
And let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. Yeah.
Comments, questions below. Let's get debating about it. Christmas ale. We brewed it up. You watched us do it. We bottled it. It's been 2 weeks in the bottle. So let's get up into the brew room and let's taste it. To the brew room. Yes, welcome to the brew room. Basically, as promised, we did the Christmas ale, brewed it up, and it's been bottled for 2 weeks today, the day we're doing the show. So as promised, we're going to do the taste test now. Now don't forget, we added the extra Christmas cheer, extra sugar, so I'll be interested to see just how it tastes. So let's open one up.
Donner and Blitzed. Here we go.
Oh, good carbonation, good bit of fizz. Do a pour.
Make a mar barmaid, would you? A mar barmaid.
What's a mar barmaid?
What's this, the Rovers?
Ah, voila! Beautiful and clear.
It's like having your own pub, isn't it? But it's free.
Oh, it's beautiful. At the minute I'm sitting on about 180 pints of beer. I've got the Christmas ale, I've got the Midas Touch, and over there in the carboy, which we'll have a look at in a minute, is a Pilsner, which is not smelling like farts anymore, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Not much fizz to this one, is it?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Bottoms
Cheers. Up. This is the Donner and Blitz with extra sugar. Why the mother?
Beautiful, that. Nectar of the gods.
It's definitely fruitier than the others. It's meant to be a nuttier and fruitier. And the aftertaste is quite like a caramelly aftertaste. What do you think?
Mm.
Almost like a bonfire toffee.
I've just had a Jakeman's. It's killed all my taste buds. But yeah, it's quite sweet as well, isn't it?
Mm. Now, it's still young. It's just had 2 weeks in the bottle, so it needs time to mature.
How strong?
It was coming out at about 7%.
Huh?
So should be a good Christmas.
Taxi!
But yeah, it's lovely and clear. There's no off flavour, so it's not got infected.
Lovely that.
It's not too strong with the added sugar. We've brought the alcohol content up, and what can happen is it can be too, it gets too syrupy, doesn't it? And that's not the case here. Just added the right amount.
See, it doesn't look fizzy, but it's got that sparkle on it. That
I don't like beer that is fizzy as.
You can feel the bubbles on the roof of your mouth, isn't it?
I mean, to me, that's the right amount of fizz for an ale. You don't want fizz like lager.
Nice, that.
But yeah,
Lovely.
that's it. So that's good. That's thumbs up. That's the Donner and Blitz. Try it out. Also, you've seen in the other video that I posted, I made a hard apple cider which is coming out at 14.4%. And I tell you what, I took some pictures and on my phone. I've not got them to put into this video, but the airlock I put on in just 20 minutes started bubbling away. Normally it takes about 24 hours. In 20 minutes it was bubbling, there was activity. So I was like, holy shit, this thing's going to explode everywhere. But it didn't explode. The following morning all that happened is it pushed apple juice through the airlock. So I changed the airlock, and in the end I did it 3 times just to make sure that air was bubbling through water and nothing else, and the batch wouldn't get contaminated. And it's still fizzing away now. Topped it up to the full gallon, and let's have a look at it now. So here we go. I don't know what, the lighting's not very good in here. You can see the fizzing on the top there, and the airlock is bubbling away nicely.
Like a ticking time bomb. Time bomb. God, the damn beer's gone to bed already.
And also in that video you'll have seen a pot of bananas bubbling away, and I was actually making a banana wine. Now I've topped that one up to a full gallon. I'll show you that now.
That was sweet, that, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that's the banana wine. Very murky. When I boiled up the juice and started making the wine, it was grey, really grey. But it started to lighten up, and I've been told by the guy that gave me the recipe, don't worry about how it looks, because it will clear. It'll go crystal clear. Once it starts clearing, same with the apple juice, hard apple cider. We rack it into a secondary one of these and let it clear. And this one, I had a couple of people sending me questions asking me to show the setup that I'm using. It's not really a setup per se. It's really simple. You just need a good solid table to get it on, which I have. I would say get 2 plastic carboys, 1 fermentation bucket, and that should get you going. As you can tell at the minute, I've got this is a Pilsner. This is ready for bottling at the weekend. It's been in here 14 days and it fermented for 4 days. This has been in here 18 days and it's bubbling away. It's sort of stopped now. It's clear, crystal clear. Like I say, it's ready for bottling. Now, started brewing the beer, the Pilsner, and in 24 hours it was smelling like a fart. It was absolutely disgusting. Went on a few forums, told them the problem I had, and they said don't worry about it. It's just the yeast that the lager yeast that you're using produces a sulphur smell. And they said just rack it into a carboy, secondary fermentation, and just keep burping it every day, which is just pressing on the side so that you're pushing the air out, the CO2 out, and it bubbles through the airlock. Keep doing that. This is by the time you come to bottling it and it's aged in the bottle, that smell will have gone. So it's sort of disappeared now. Still smell it a little bit, but whatever, you're bound to get it. And that is it. Stop yawning. Yeah. Yes, an excellent little tipple.
A little tipple. It's going to have a very many days.
So yeah, cheers Paul.
Yeah, cheers.
To episode 4. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, leave your comments and questions below.
Let's have a debate.
Yeah, let's get debating. And if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing it. All right. So thanks for all your nice comments.
So stop liking us, so I can have a night's rest.
Thumb this video up. Come on, we want more thumbs up. More thumbs up each time. All right. Don't forget to get your competition videos in. Post them as a video response to this episode, episode 4. Any other video responses with either a question or an answer to one of the questions that's been sent in, then do it. Alright? Be the first to do a video response. Since we started the episodes of HT0 Fortnightly, we've had no video responses. Let's get it changed, alright? Let's get the community involved. Let's see your face. And that's it. Till episode 5. Keep safe, guys. Keep hunting. And see you next time.